Hey. Swear out here. We got a stream though.
Sorry, I said, what a bullfrog.
It's not actually on. We're good? All right, we're good. All right, welcome back to the 2008 American 14.1 Straight Bull Championships. We are now down to just 8 players in single elimination. This is the first of our quarterfinals. We're here at Karam Cafe in Queens, New York, and sponsored by Ivan Simonis cloth on all of the tables, and Aramith cue balls also, or Aramith balls on all the tables. We're being helped out tremendously in this event with Predator and High Rock Productions putting everything together. Also sponsors Jay Pichauer, Q's, Tweet and Fiverr Company, Dennis Walsh, attorney at law in Chicago, with a beautiful donation. Thanks a lot. Our contestants here, we have the #1 player in Europe, Kaci. He's also the world #1 and also on Moscone Cup team. He is sponsored by Predator and High Rock Promotions. His opponent, Alex the Lion Pagulayan, sponsored by Ariel Carmeli Custom Cues, 3-second cases, Behind the Rack, and Le Spot Billiards. And Alex won just about everything there is at some point. Good luck, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm going. Take my jacket off. But that's awesome.
I thought we were getting that.
Hello.
Yeah, you're on.
Okay, we're here from, where are we? We're at Karam Cafe in Flushing, Queens. And we are watching what is this, a quarterfinal match? With, oh boy, I'm going to have trouble with this name. Eklent Kaci and Alexander
Alexander the Great.
Alexander
Pagulayan.
Alexander the Great Pagulayan. And I'm me, and I'm sitting with him, and we'll be calling the match.
Hey guys, Michael Yednick here. Looks like Fenty laid down the break shot, and Alex has one strike there to the right. Looks like the 14 ball. Yeah, 14 ball's his only shot. Nice opening shot from Alex. He's got the 9 ball, 15 or 8 ball.
He's got the
possibly
6
ball as well.
Too, yeah. Think he's going to play a short shot and come into the stack here?
I don't think so. I like
one rail.
I think he's going to clear out some more balls first.
He gets on that 15 ball. He's got a good break from behind the rack.
Right, with the 8 is insurance. I'm not
Maybe
sure.
He can play the 6 with the view of straightening out the 9 so he can get on the 8. Get on the 15 or the 8.
Right, he could go 9-7 too, and then play position for those balls. Yeah, he wasn't able to stay underneath, so he's probably going to play the 6 next, and then the 7, and then the 15. Right?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Or maybe just the 7 and 15.
7, 6, 15. He's doing it this way. Okay, he's playing for the 15.
He's going to break off the 11 ball right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the 11. You know, all my life they had one set of colors for the balls. Now it seems like they change them every month. Okay, this is a baby rack now. He's going to get that one problem near the corner.
Yeah, that opened everything up nicely. He's got the 5, 7, and the 4 as possible, and the 12 and 3 as possible break shots and key balls.
Yeah, he's got to work on that 7-5 just a little bit. But other than that, he's pretty clear sailing.
Danny, this situation with the 2-8, do you try to get straight on the 13? And
I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you get straight on the 13, then play the other 2 balls in the other opposite pocket, or do you try
No,
to
you
open
really
them up?
can't. No, you can't. That was too tight. I think he could have gotten a shot at the 13 and maybe clipped the 2 from behind or something.
Right, I think he's going to play the
there.
1, then the 8-2, 13.
I didn't like playing that ball in the side pocket because you're taking away a potentially big key ball. I really couldn't tell what else he had, though. That might have been his only reasonable shot.
Yeah, this 3-ball combination looks pretty on. It's not going to be too difficult. And it solves this problem over there at the bottom.
Oh, what's that?
The 8-2, 13.
Oh, yeah.
So I suspect that'll be his next shot. What do you follow this, Danny, and make sure you get shape on the ball? I think he has to follow this.
Yeah, looks like it.
Of
No.
course, he's hitting low.
He hits a lot of his shots. He cues a lot of his shots low.
And then he hits high? Or you're just saying in general
No,
he plays
in general,
draw
yeah.
shots? Okay, so he played for the 15 ball.
And he wound up with 3 balls on the rail, but not overly complicated. 15 and then play another combination, I think.
Yeah, he did take out his 7-ball break shot, though. That
Yeah,
was
he's
bad.
got the 12 should be good.
Did you play for the 5-out table here or play for
No, I
the 2-8?
think he played a combination first.
Okay.
He might be able to run the cue ball into the 2. There you go.
They got perfect on the combination here. Now the way I see it, the 5 leads to the 7 nicely. He might just lead the 5 for the last 3 balls. 5, 7, 12.
He could.
It'd be a nice little
Yeah.
triangle there.
5, 7, 10, 3 also. He could leave the 3 for the... Well, it all depends on how the 2 winds up.
Right.
Now you can play the 2, 7, 10. I'm sorry, the 5, 7, 10. Go down for the 2. And
2, 3.
then it's easy. Yeah, it's easy to get online for the 3.
Yeah, stop. No, stop, go forward a little bit on the 7.
Yeah, no matter what happens on the 2, you should be able to manipulate the ball.
Right, so Danny's saying 5, 7, 10, 2, 3, 12-ball break shot. Now, Alex sometimes does play a little bit different patterns, but they're always still right. They're just a different choice in what I see sometimes.
Yeah, well, we'll see stuff differently. Here he's opted for
To get
pick
rid
up
of
the
the 2
2.
right away. Yeah. So he's going to go 2, 3, 10, 7.
Yeah, perfectly reasonable. Nice. He left it off the rail. He got a bad angle though. You can't really get back for this for the 10. It looks like he's too straight on it.
Yeah, I tend to agree. He might go forward, Danny, and go to the rail and back out. It's not too much cue ball traveling, but I don't think he has a choice here to get on the 10. Right.
There he goes.
Yeah, it was a nice shot and well executed. He's pretty straight in the 10 where he can do a stop shot and then stop shot in the 7.
All right. That's
Pretty solid
nice.
opening rack.
Yeah, it was nice. Playing at a good clip. So at about 4:55, we're sitting in a restaurant with Alex. Mike and I are sitting. Oh, I'm Dan Baruti, by the way. Mike and I are sitting in a restaurant about 5 blocks away, and he gets a text saying, "Get over here, you got to play."
So he's going to scrape the 9 ball, not hit this too
Just
hard.
stun it.
Yeah. And he wasn't expecting to get much out of that. The 15 ball may be dead, though. Or he could possibly go in off the 6, I think. Or the 13. He's got options here.
No, I think he's going to play the 11 and come around to the long rail. Oh, wait, that 6 is not too... it's a little high.
Not too viable, is it?
Yeah.
Does that 15 look dead to you, Danny? The 10,
No.
15?
No.
Is it favoring the long rail, looks like? Because that will throw down a little bit with the 9.
The trouble is he hits that 9 anyway. It's going to hit the 7 before it hits the 10 and maybe affect the other balls. I think he's going to try and break it with this. Yep.
He was unsuccessful there and gives his opponent a nice 15 ball break shot.
He really slugged that one.
Yeah.
It's a leading cause of missing shots. We got a great scoring system over here. This is pretty straightforward. The players were using computer screens, and all the work was pretty much done for the players. You just enter what you did in your inning, and all the statistics are compiled automatically.
Yeah, the nice thing about it is it judges how many balls are left on the table, which is a good way to see if you had fouls and whatnot. And I think pool players aren't generally the wittiest people, and we got it pretty quickly. So
Yeah.
if we can do it, then it's a pretty good program.
And it was available, you know, all the spectators could see it also.
Right, you could watch it online or at the tables. Nice big screens.
Yeah, there were huge crowds here. There had to be about 200-300 people here watching last round's game. My count could be off by a little, but
I think we had 300 viewers on the last live stream as well. So from here, no real situations. The 7, 9, 5, 4, and 10, he'll want to address pretty quickly because those are his only clusters, but everything else pretty much is relatively easy. I don't really care for the 13 or the 1 too much.
as long as the 13 is there, the 1's going to be a little easier to get to because he gets on the 13, he can get back to the 1.
Right, so it's a problem, but it's not a problem.
Yeah.
He can attack the 4 now if he wants.
It would have been nice if he could have gone on the 1 a little easier.
Okay, so I think he's going to go this
15.
ball at table 13, 1, 5.
Was that the 13 or the 15 that he just shot? Well, whatever
13
it was.
ball, yeah, 13, 1, 5, 4, and then that should clear out that pocket for the 7 and 9.
Yeah. These balls are pretty loose. This is a pretty easy position to play. So his name is Clement?
Plenty
Plenty.
Kaci.
Yeah, now I know he's a terrific player and he's been winning a lot, but I've been kind of
Out of the scene
mired
a
in the
little bit.
West Coast, so I haven't got a chance to see him too much, but I've heard great things about
Yeah,
him.
you're going to enjoy watching him, Danny. He's a very, very good player. I think he's got the 4, and then he might be able to push the 10 out and have the 9 in the side next.
A 9 or the 7, yeah.
Or he could draw back a little bit and give himself the 10. Guys, we should probably thank Ira Lee, Lowell, and Herman and all these guys working hard to get this going. Great video production and live stream for you guys.
And the host room, who fixed up
Yeah,
all
Mike.
his tables. The tables are playing terrific. The lighting, everything was
Yeah.
terrific here. all the playing conditions. The food is good. Everybody's bragging about the meals.
Yeah, guys, just an all-around great experience for the players. There's a hotel right next door, and I hope the venue's having a good time as well. Haven't heard anything negative. So, looks like Clenty's thinking of using the 8 balls to break shot.
Yeah, he's got a little problem here. He got a little straight on the 2, and he's got to come off it somehow. Nice.
Yeah, it went between those balls nicely. It probably.
Yeah, you got to get really good on the 7 because it's below the 8. If it was above the 8 or on the same plane, it'd be an easier shot. But you got to watch out where the cue ball lands, or else you can hit the 8. You can hit.
I like what he's doing here. He's backing out. He's saying, I can get
Yep.
very good on the 10 ball if I use the 7 ball instead as my key ball.
You're right. That's a good decision he made.
That was a great decision, I think, there. I might have also, I might have tried to stick with my guns, use the 7-2 rails, then the 10-2 rails to go around the ball, but I think this is much less cue ball
much
travel.
more practical.
And a much smarter play here. He got a nice angle on the 10 ball. This would open up great.
Okay, so we got Kaci's got 13 and Alex has 15. Kaci's at the table. And it's a pretty nice flag they have. This is from Albania, correct?
Yeah. This is a race to 150, guys. We're in the 3rd round now of the 2nd day. So all these guys have played at least 2 rounds. Some of them got a bye in the 1st round.
Well, he hit that with a nice speed. Just one little cluster in the middle, and that's it.
I think he's actually slightly awkward on this 3. He might be able to go forward into the 12 and then have the 12 or the 1 next, or he might back out and use the 15 next. I kind of think backing out's the way to go here. Okay, he was able to drop down for the 12. That's nice. Now he could use the 1 as a break ball.
I don't know if he could hold it enough.
If he used the 1 as a break ball, the 15's a viable insurance ball. It's not great, but I think it'll work. It might be a little too high, though, so I might
I don't
wait
think
to
he's
break
going to
off.
use that.
Yeah, break off at the 5 or something a little more secure, the 13 ball, or 11 ball, actually. Yeah, the 11 ball might open him up nicely if he can get in at the 11 and then preserve the 5 ball as a break shot.
He should be able to put the cue ball in play and see what develops. You could really get stuck here coming into that 14. Now, if he was to clip the 8, it would be a different story. Let's see what he does. Looks like he's trying to clip it.
Yeah, soft follow here.
There you go.
It's pretty safe.
Whoops. Oh.
It's got the 6 or the 15, I think. Danny, the 5 ball's a little high. Do you think you would try to develop the 7 maybe with the 13? Or would you stick with the 5?
Well, if he gets the right angle on the 2 ball, he may be able to drive the 5 down a little.
Gotcha.
Don't look like it.
I don't think you can do anything with the 5 here.
No, 6 is not a bad break shot either. It's on the other side of the side pocket.
Yeah, if he plays the 14 now, he's not going to be able to use the 13 to develop the 7. So he's going to have to stick to either the 5 or the 6, like Danny said. If I'm using the 6, then I want to keep a ball sort of in the spot area so I can stick the cue ball in the rack at the end. He still has so many options right now, it's a little hard to tell what pattern he's going to use. He's looking at the 5 break shot.
I'm kind of liking the 6 more and more. I'm not that crazy about the 5 without a key ball. Maybe he gets on the 7, he could drive them. No, he can't even do that. That was a little risky.
It was very risky, and I don't know if he has a legitimate shot now.
Looks like the 5 is blocked by the 4. 7 blocks the 9.
He's going to play the 5 up table, I think.
Yeah, he just shot himself in the foot here.
The 7 off the 11 isn't crazy, but I wouldn't shoot it for the money. But yeah, the 5 in the corner is probably the shot here.
6 off, 9 off the 6 might be an option too.
It's been, I think the 6 is a hair high, and I think the 11's a little too risky, too far away from the pocket. I think he's just going to bear down and make this 5 ball. We are playing with new cloth, and it's a little closer to the rail, so it gives him a little bit of freedom, but not too much. Yeah, it brushed the rail on the way in, but still went.
Did nice and clean. I mean, he stroked it cleanly. I know he hit the rail before. He hit it with a good speed, so it didn't get rejected.
He's definitely running out of options here for break shots, and I think, Danny, you're right with the 6 ball as the break shot, and I would try to hold on to the 7 as a key ball to get in the stack.
You don't have to do that.
Right, but what key ball do you see to get on the 6? I guess
Probably the 15.
Okay, I think that's 11, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, I played the 7, 8, the 11, and then just go down
I got
the
you.
table.
Yeah. This is pretty natural, and actually very natural. Yeah, 7, 8, 11, 6 is Danny's call, and I
Yeah,
agree.
he didn't get the. I don't think he got straight on it though. Let's see what he does. Yeah, okay, he was able to
Yeah,
back
good
it
enough.
up. He's a very poised player, this guy. Well, he came out of nowhere a few years ago. Didn't he win a big 8-ball tournament?
Yeah, he won the World Pool Series, and he's been winning a lot of things since and placing in the top, 5 of everything he plays in. He's a very formidable player.
Wow. Oh, he's playing the other way.
Yeah, he might play the 11 in the side.
Okay. Yeah, oh, there ain't no might about it.
Yeah, this is a...
I thought I liked the 6 better, but, well, you got to earn this one. Wow.
He got very good on it,
Wow. That's something.
Tangent is going right into the top of the balls. I can't fault him.
Yeah, I like the 6 better. Okay, what do we have? 27,
15.
15. Alex is trailing. And Kaci is shooting. Wow. How do you hit it? Pretty good.
Great, and it went wide open, and he can actually go into the balls off the 10 here. It has the 2 as insurance, and the 1. I think I go into him here. What do you do, Danny? Do you go into him right away, or do you wait? I don't see any congestion if I go into him now.
Well, again, he's going to clip that corner ball, so he make sure he frees the cue ball. He got lucky here.
Yeah, I would have gone off the 10. I think it was a little safer because I still had the 1 and the 2.
There's always the possibility. You got to increase the speed on that off the rail stuff, and then you run the risk of jamming it. So they're not going to do that. They're not going to run that risk.
Yeah, apparently he's the Albanian snooker champion as well. Yeah,
I didn't know they had snooker in Albania because it's a small country and it's hard to fit a lot of tables in there.
yeah. I'm
'Cause
just
it's a small country. You see, they go big tables. They don't.
Danny Sides is a comedian, very successful.
Yeah. Which is why I'm here, I guess. Boom. Yeah, you see that was uncalled for. He lost the cue ball.
Yeah, that was a little risky. he got away with it because he had the 10 there, and that's something that Thorsten said. He does like to have a ball down at that bottom rail, sort of in the middle diamond there. Thorsten will keep that until he opens up the stack so that there's no dead area on the table. It's a smart little play on Thorsten's part that I sort of like to try to live by when I can. Looks like he's got the 3 balls to break shot at the moment. I like it much more in the 14 and the 4.
Yeah, 14, no.
And he's got the 7 ball. 7-12 is his last 2 balls before the 3.
Yeah. 15, 7, 12.
He could develop the 4 here, maybe with the 14.
No need. 7 is fine. Should get rid of that 13 soon. What's going on here? What?
I think he's playing 5, 8, 13, 15.
Oh, yeah, he's not interested in keeping the
He's on
12.
it. Huh. It's a little more cue ball movement than I think was necessary. He's such a good player that he's not going to have any issues.
Yeah, he's dropping it into big target zones, though,
Playing
so it's not that
position,
risky.
yeah.
Back with low right, snap it back to the rail. Okay. Oh, he's got the other angle. Okay.
Yeah, he could play it in the side or in the
Yeah.
corner. I don't know what he just did
we
there.
don't like this.
don't know what he just did there.
Wild cue ball.
Wow.
Well, relative to what he needed to do, he hit that ball a little too hard. And once again, overhitting the ball punishes the player.
Just a little too much cue ball movement there. You know, he had a nice setup, and he ended up making it a little more difficult by choosing a little different pattern.
Yeah, that's going to cost him here. Alex just inherited a road map, and he's going to take advantage of it. That was a gigantic mental breakdown there.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he thought the 12 ball on the rail was an issue, and it was so natural, the 7 to the 12 at the end, that
Yeah.
I don't think he should have gone up there and had that extra cue ball movement.
Well, that didn't cost him the shot. But
That didn't cost him immediately, but I think it,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
that line of thought, just
yeah,
that
he
cue ball
would
movement.
have kept it there and used it in conjunction with the 7. You know, he could have had 15, 7, 12 at the end. It was almost 3 stick shots at the end. Okay, so again, he's cueing the ball low. Looks like he's going to hit that 1 ball, of course. He got lucky to have the 8 ball.
How would
And
you have played that, Danny? You said he got lucky. Is
he
there a
got
better
lucky.
way?
He had a shot. I mean, it's just the
Oh.
way the balls were
Right, right.
rolling after the break. I'm not saying he did anything wrong. There's a tendency when you hit that ball with draw, it drags down to the low rail.
Then you get a double kiss and
You
scratch.
get a kiss and it gets kicked into the corner pocket. It's common actually. You got to make sure the cue ball doesn't hang out on the back rail on that shot. Balls are crisscrossing, going back and forth. Sometimes you can scratch there. But you should be in complete control here. Hmm. 12 ball goes. You should be playing that.
I'm not sure it does, but if it does, yeah.
That's what I mean. That big if. It doesn't. He's going into them right now. Boom. Nice. Break shot.
He was very safe with the 10 and the 14 there. He couldn't get in trouble.
Yeah, and the 15's not that bad because he can play the 1 and then use the 15.
So his only last issue is the 7-2, which go in the lower left or lower right corner is looking at it, and the 6 leads to the 7-2.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I made a mistake on that. I said he could play the 1 and then the 15, 1 and the 11. I think he should have been free. I think he's got a. This is easy.
Yeah,
You know,
111,
the
6,
1,
7,
11,
2.
6. Yeah.
Get
he's
rid of
in
that
there.
little problem. And then you get rid of all that, and you can, if he wants, he can take out the 5 and 15.
Oops.
I think he probably should have got rid of that 11, but
He didn't have the angle for it. He didn't have the angle to go forward, so I.
he didn't need to break those balls open, but he got on the wrong side to just stick it and play him, so he decided to go into him, probably figuring he'd have the 2 side pocket shots, but he drifted above it. He does look good here. There's no real issues here from here out. I might play the 13, then the 11 here instead of playing the 11.
What do you have after the 11? No, he's got to do something with the 11. Because you can play the 13 next. You don't have to do anything with the cue ball.
Yeah, big pockets. Whoa.
Yeah, that affects his
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah, yeah. I think 13, 14, 15, right? 13, 14, 15, or 5?
It will look that way, yeah. Uh-oh.
He's losing his cue ball a little bit here. Alex usually has a super strong cue ball, and
Yeah.
he's lost his cue ball a couple times already. He'll go into the 15, try to hold it there for the 7.
He should probably play the 7 in the corner at that point.
Yeah.
Well,
5 balls is only... it's difficult and it's not. I think it goes on the side.
looks that way. I'd say the 15 was the key ball. You thinking that?
I'm thinking it's a little out by its lonesome, though. It's not as valuable as I'd like. The 7 ball's also out of the rack.
Yeah, very close, though.
Yeah, we all prefer, I think, the 12 ball over the 7.
We all? There's only 2 of us here, Mike.
I mean, most pool players that play straight pull, I think, prefer balls further from the stack than close to the stack because you can't manipulate it, you know. And if you have 2 choices, I think most people would choose the 12 over the 7.
Not a good shot. The English never took.
Yeah, he's going to have to go 4, 15, 5, I think, from here.
Yeah. It looks like the 5 is going to be the key ball.
Yeah, otherwise he has to slam the 4 ball to get on the 5 ball, which I don't think he'll do. The 15's too demanding the pocket. He's got to go for the 4 here. Play for the 15 in the side, then play for the 5 in the same pocket as the 4. He's got 1 natural rail towards the 5. This has to be the right play here. Now he wants to favor the right side of the 5 as opposed to the left side, because otherwise, if he gets a little funny, he'll have to go to the rail and back out.
Yeah. And there it is.
And that's an ideal position. He'll be able to get the cue ball pretty much back where it is now, probably a little closer to the ball. But that angle. There we go.
Well, he
Perfect
got
position.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think a lot of players do. They get caught up in their pattern, and then when they make a mistake, they don't recover. And Alex recovered really nicely there.
Yeah. So Kaci's miscue on that, his mistake on that key ball, That's going to cost them, it looks like.
Yeah, it's scratching the side. Guys, thanks for watching. I know we have 360 plus watchers, viewers. Appreciate that, guys.
Well, 10 balls to break.
You like that more than the 2, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you like that because it was easy to get to.
No, it's not just that. It's the way the balls are laying. He's got a little pocket that the cue ball is going to go into. He's going to create a lot of havoc in the rack.
Okay.
From the 2 ball, you have to get just right.
He's going to follow through to make sure he has shape on the 4 in case all else fails.
Boom.
And shape on the 4 it is. He might have the 2. He could take the 2, but the 2's a good key ball, so I think he'll try to preserve that for the 14.
Yeah, he's got the 6-4 might be a problem, or the 6-3, whatever those 2 things are.
Yeah, I think if he gets on the 9, the 6 goes, and then he can play the 3 in the opposite pocket. He's also got a little cluster with the 11, 8, and 3.
Yeah, no, they can go. If the 7 clears the 8, he can manipulate this very easily.
Yeah, he may even play position for the 11 now. Right, 15, 11? No?
I don't know what he's
If it's
looking
not
at.
too thin, if it's not too thin, I mean.
There he goes. He's climbing. He's got his mountain boots on. Boom.
4, 15, 11. Got a little straight on this 15.
It's all okay. Let's see. Does that 7 go?
He's opting to get the 1 out of the way, which means that he'll have position on the 7 after.
Hey, Ira, production manager, give us an overhead view.
Well, Roy's got it here, or Lowell. I think Lowell can help us out.
Lowell, you have an overhead. You got a different view of the.
Yeah, he's got us. Thanks, Lowell.
Well, that doesn't help. You have a view from inside the ball return. How about an X-ray of the? How about an X-ray of the whole building? We can't tell if that 7 goes or not.
Yeah, I don't think it goes there.
Lowell, go over there and ask Alex if the 7 goes.
No.
In the meantime, I don't know if the 6 goes. I just got a good
I'm
angle
pretty sure
at
the
the
6
so-
goes.
We had a good camera angle at the 6. Good job, Lowell. Take the rest of the day off.
So we got Lowell and Roy helping us with the camera's footage here.
Here we go. 3-cushion billiards, anyone?
Eric is doing the other
Well,
good
yeah,
stuff for
here we
us.
are at Sang Lee's, the home of billiards, and there it
Okay,
is.
so that 6 must not have gone, or else he wouldn't have
No,
done
of
that.
course not.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Alex had to go into those balls. I do believe the 7 clears the 11 and goes in the lower right corner as we're looking at it. The 3 kind of ended up in a nasty little spot there. And he had to use his key ball to get that last problem taken care of. Just in the 3 right away, I think. It's like 3, 5,
I don't think he
7.
meant to stop there. And he's got to. It doesn't matter if the 8 goes, the 7 goes. He's got to clear the that 15 out of the way for the 8.
Oh, you think 5, 15, 7? That's probably smarter, right?
I think he should have picked up that 15
Early on.
earlier. Yeah. Then it was just a question of 5 and then the 7 because you're right there.
Unless the 7 doesn't go, and if it doesn't, he has to play the 11 next.
No, it goes. He's going to try and clip the 8.
This is tough position. I think he's got to draw this out and over, right?
No, he's going to go through it and down to the short rail.
Oh. Yeah, I thought position might be a little squirrely there. I think he ended up with the 11 ball. Is he thinking the 15 ball is a break shot? And is that why?
No, he can't.
Just wondering why he's choosing the pattern he's choosing here. I think he's got the 11. Yeah, the 11 goes.
Yeah, he's got a block pocket. The 8 can't be played in the pocket it's near. It's blocking it. It's blocking the 8.
Yeah, he's got to go 11, 15, 8, right?
I'm not sure. No, 15 to the 8 is very difficult. Well, he's going to keep the 15 for the break.
Yeah, what's he playing position for?
I have no idea. Combo.
No, he's going to try to develop the 8 ball here.
Oh, man. I don't like this play at all.
I think he's going to try to develop the 8 and then have the 11 as his key ball. He's got to hit this perfect. And he didn't hit it perfect. If it gets off the rail, no.
He's dead.
He's dead yet.
But Kaci is on a foul.
He can take a whack at it, and he still has Kaci on a foul. So if he doesn't get something, just takes an intentional after.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
This
top
is
and
a
side's
shot
all he's
of-
got. Yeah.
shot is not a gimme. I mean, you could actually miss this shot and break the rack open. This is not.
He's just got to focus all attention on the shot.
Well, he hit that pretty good.
It's a great shot. Got to
This
come
is
with
ac-
another one.
Yeah, this is actually a much tougher shot.
Well, it's just no control of the cue ball. He's favored to make the ball, but he's losing his cue ball up table.
No, the 9's going to kill it.
Oh, okay. I saw the angle wrong. Thanks, Dan. Now I gotta consider shooting a 9 up table, clearing those 2 balls out.
Yeah, 9 or the 3 in the opposite pocket. What is that, the 3? Yeah.
Especially with how loose the pockets are playing, I think the 9 ball is a very big pocket.
He doesn't want to go into those. More of a problem is the 4 here. Yeah, the 4 is in a really bad spot.
The 7 looks like it might be dead off the 6, just a side note. I mean, that looks pretty on. Of course, we're not at the table, so we can't see for sure, but that's a very high possibility.
You don't really want to be playing a shot like that. You got to hunker down and play the, is that the 15 ball?
Guys, this is a race to 150.
The 13.
This
yeah.
is single elimination from here out. See, now, if he didn't have a shot there, that 7, knowing that 7 was dead would be of value. But he got the 3 out. You know, that's just little things I look for just as bailouts in case I do something
I wonder
wrong.
why he's not looking at the 2 ball to break from behind.
He's checking out right now, Danny. As I look at it, I think the 7 goes to the short rail if I were to play that dead ball, so that may be totally false. But the 2 ball will help open it up a lot, and you should be able to go right through those balls. He's calling the 11.
Yeah, there's a combo here. Pretty easy combo.
He sort of dropped on that nicely.
Guess that ball was dead in the corner.
He's got to do it again. Unless the 7 or 6 goes.
I think he's going to play the 3 from here.
Yeah, he wants to be on the side of the table he's on because then everything goes. But I think you're right, Danny. I think he has to go for the 3. He could develop the 6 with the 3. He's got the 5 as insurance, I believe. It's a little close to the rail. Maybe the 6 goes and he can develop the 7. Play the 10-12 next.
Yeah, I think he's got to worry about that 4 ball. It's got to be dealt with. He's running out of shots.
Alex is playing a little 1 pocket here, so he played position for the 10 or the 12. If he got in the 10 and could develop the 7, that would have been nice. Danny, you're more concerned about the 4, and I'm thinking about break shots. I don't see any good break shots, so...
Yeah, but if he doesn't get rid of the 4, he's never going to have a break shot.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's, I'm just paying notice to what you're thinking of because I know it's a value.
There's your damned break shot, fella. Now he should be able to cruise. He should be able to get a shot on the 15 in a minute and get on the 4.
Yeah, 12, 15, 4, and pivot over to the 9 or 5. I think both balls go. Then probably use the 2 balls a key ball. Might be nice to get rid of the 2 now.
You can't. It's more important to get rid of the 4.
Okay. That's the angle he wants. Now he can go with inside 2 rails towards the 5 and 9.
Yeah, and he's nice and close, too, so it's not that risky. Yeah.
I think he'd prefer to take the 5 first, but he might be forced into taking the 9 depending on what angle he has.
It doesn't make a difference. Probably the 5 first is correct. Not like that.
I really thought he would use top inside there and get closer to the balls, but maybe there was a scratch, or maybe he was thinking that it was a little more difficult to pocket. This is tough. Do you try to go back and forth now, or do you just hold it for the 9 and plan to go back and forth on the 9?
I have no clue. We had too much for lunch a minute ago, and
Heard food
my
coma.
brain is just short-circuiting. My brain was never my strong suit anyway, so. It's hard to tell on a shot like this. The ball has a tendency to slide, so you can't make it go back and forth too easily. Maybe he's just going to play this and go, whoa. He just did what Kaci did.
Yeah.
See, I told you left that 4 ball too long on the rail.
So you guys are watching Alex Pagulayan's leaving the table now. Clenty's at the table. Pretty much the same situation that Clenty left Alex. Alex just left Clenty. We'll get a score update here shortly. But this is a race to 150.
Thanks, Lowell.
And looks like 57 to 37. Clenty was on a foul.
Pay
Not
no
that-
attention to that man behind the curtain.
Not that it had any value. Because he's got ball in hand basically on the 9 ball here.
So we've seen 3 misses, and they were all due to 2 fouls and 1 miss. And the 2 fouls were both balls that were kind of misdirected and overhit. Well, one was overhit, the other was misdirected. And Alex's break shot, from the rail break shot, which he slammed.
Right, good speed control there. Clenty's got the ideal break shot here. Guys, I'd like to thank Predator, High Rock, Lowell, Roy, Lee, Kang, Kenny, Ira, everybody else involved. Eric, thanks guys. Mike, the owner of the room.
And I'd like to thank the sons of bitches that beat me in the tournament. Because if they didn't beat up on me, I wouldn't be here right now.
We're here live at Karam Cafe, guys. Danny Berruti and Michael Yednak. Nice speed on the break shot. Nothing excessive. Looks like no balls are touching. He had a good angle.
Yeah. Cue ball stayed pretty much to the middle of the table. Very little risk.
Yeah, it might take the 4 out and then make it a half table game. There's no reason to leave it up there. It doesn't seem to have any value.
Get rid of that 3 ball soon, too. Get rid of the 10 and the 3.
Yeah, he can use the 6 to sort of stay in the zone and get on the 1 ball and then attack the 3 and 10.
Yeah, do you notice that the 9 goes once the 3 disappears, and then the 15 goes. So I guess if he plays the 8, the 10, and the 7, or 8, the 10, and the 3, then he could pick the rack apart.
Right. I might try to get on this 1, but
No need to.
he was straight in. He couldn't really do anything anyway.
He's got to get rid of that 3, though, because everything else opens up nice. If he gets rid of the 3, he gets a shot at the 6 later. Then he can play the 9 and the 15.
Gotcha, yeah. I was going to eliminate the 6, and Danny's saying it has too much value for position on the 9 and the 5, so a smart play there. I would have eliminated a key ball that I shouldn't have eliminated. So from here, Clenty looks like he's attacking either the 10 and 3 and then coming back towards the 6.
Yeah, that 12 might go, too. There may be no need to break into it.
Right. Yeah, he's attacking the 6 now, which gives him option on the... Oh, got a little too far on the 6. Mike
Keep going.
He might have to go into him now. Softly. I'm not saying hard, but just
brush the 9 out of the way.
Yeah, there you go.
See, that was the value of getting one of the values of getting rid of the 8 ball earlier.
Right, the 8 and the 3 allowed him freedom in that area to alleviate that major problem.
It's something everybody should look for right after you open the rack. Balls that are blocking those 2 pockets in particular.
And then a ball that gets you to those balls, like the 6 ball. So I think he's going to attack the 15, 1, 10. And then maybe use the
9 is the key ball.
Yeah, 9 or 14, probably the 9.
Not the 14. You use the 14 to get on the 9. The 14's too low for the 5. It doesn't leave you the option of going to the rail and coming out. You have to land pretty perfect. Oh, whoa.
He's good.
Yuck. Would have been better if he could have picked that up.
Yeah, now he's going to have to move a little more and get back on to 13. Now you notice the 5 balls to break shot. This is one of those circumstances where all the balls are underneath the break shot. So he has to use one of those balls underneath. So he really needs to plan out this rack carefully because you can get in a lot of trouble when you have a lot of balls below the break shot, as opposed to like a side pocket key ball.
He's getting.
Now the 14 goes. He's okay.
Yeah, it's not the point. If he had gotten rid of that 13 first, he could have picked up the 14, stopped.
A nice pivotal ball in the 9.
Yeah, it's a simple 1 rail position off the 9. Now he's got to get back on the 13.
And on the correct side of it.
Yeah. Well, we put reverse to try to come across, but because the cloth is new, it didn't grab.
I think he's still got good though, Danny. I think he can pull back a couple inches and have a nice angle on the 9.
Tough though. It's tough. You don't want too much of an angle. Oh, he hit that nice.
Yeah, he got exactly what he wanted there. This is just all speed control.
Yeah, this is all left-hand English, and you hit the rail at table speed. It should take it right into position. You can't pull it at all.
Yeah, he wants to favor the middle of the table as opposed to the right side in this
All
case.
English. Yeah. Perfect.
Got a good shot here. This is a little thin, I think, but he'll make it.
Yeah.
And there shouldn't be a ball touching after. Thanks for the score update, guys. Ronald, this is Michael Yednek and Danny Berruti. We're the commentators for this match.
We are?
It would seem so.
Oh.
Someone asked online. Nice shot there. Good understanding of the way to hit that ball.
Yeah, didn't have to crush it either. Just placement.
So the 8-10 is still very good for the corner pocket
There's
by the 10.
absolutely no problems in this
But he
rack.
can play position on the 8 right now, so I suspect he's just going to play position to the 8 instead of playing the combination.
Well, you got to get rid of the 6 here. Again, the 6 blocks the 9 and the 14.
Yeah, I don't think he has a shot to get to the 6 just
No, I
yet.
didn't say right. I don't
Yeah.
mean right now.
Looks like he has break shots and key balls on both sides of the table. One ball's also a little bit of a situation.
Oops.
Not sure if I agree with that.
Nope.
Right, you got nice angle with the cue ball so you can get back above. That 6 ball, the 2 ball's a problem, the 6 ball's a problem. And I believe the 1 ball's a
9-12?
problem.
Yeah, the 9-12, but you can't do anything because the 6 ball blocks the access to the 14. Maybe get a shot at the 2 and go into him from the 6 from the other side. Oh, that's a nice shot. It brings him right up in contact with the 11.
I think you
he
got
went
the 2.
too far, right?
I think you got the 2.
Okay.
That was really valuable. You need to get on the 2, then you can use either the 15 or the 11 to get on the 6.
See, I think he was looking to get on the 13 there.
Yeah, he might have played
to
for
get on
both.
the 2.
yeah.
He's not playing for this shot. He's not playing for that 2 ball from this distance. He wants to kind of control this shot. Nice.
Yeah, now he can play the 13 if he wants, or attack the 6 immediately.
I think he should play the 13. Get rid of it. No purpose.
13 come above the 1,
Well,
play the 15 or 11 after.
I don't know why he's keeping the 7 either.
Right now, I think he's thinking 3-7 for his last 2 balls.
Well, he's going to use the 7
He's going to
now.
use the 7 right now. Yeah, or the 3, but I think the 7.
See how that lousy 6 is just blocking that 14, and it just
Right, I think he's trying to
stalls
address
everything.
it. But like you said, the 13 was more valuable than the 6 at that particular juncture. Okay, now I'll use the 15 to get on the 6, and then everything, he can use the 1 to get on the 12 or 14. I believe the 12 goes, right? Looks like it goes. It's a little hairy.
Yeah, you don't want to bump the 11.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got the right angle on the 15 to go to the rail, play position for the 6. Not necessary. I think he's okay. I don't know if that was necessary. I
No, it
would've-
wasn't. It was too risky. Now he's shooting over a ball into the side pocket. He's made it a little more complicated, and is still got a problem with the 14 and the 6 now. Oh, he's got the 6, so no problem. I take back everything I said. pronounce this thing? Sorry. Is Lowell still here?
That's to mute us.
I just found the mute button. Should make everybody happy.
He got a little thin on this 12. I think he can get up for the 9, but this is a little thinner than he'd like. He's okay. Looks like he's using outside English. So
Up
he's,
Simba.
ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he should have used inside English on that shot.
And with that,
Looks like Alex is going to take a brief break.
yeah, he lost the thread of that position. I mean, he just didn't see it. And he wound up with a shot on the rail with an angle that he had to control, and it's just tough. And that's how you can miss, just those simple little things like that. Like not having a cup of coffee. Hey, Lowell, how about some coffee over here? What are you doing over here? Why don't you earn your money? Come on. What are you doing over there? The guy's sleeping. I swear, he hasn't done anything.
Coffee does sound good. But while we're on break, I'm going to go ahead and thank a couple people. I'll thank
I mean,
my
he's
wife,
sitting
Christine.
in front of that. Wait a minute. He's sitting in front of that thing like Lon Chaney in front of an organ at Notre Dame.
If we could show you this picture, it's pretty awesome. They've got so much equipment here for this live stream.
Yeah, I mean, the first Apollo mission didn't have this much equipment.
I do feel like I'm a little bit in a spaceship here. But thanks to Roy and Lowell, they've been doing the camera work, and I really
There's smoke coming out of the machines over here. It's like Frank Morgan in The Wizard of Oz. Pulling levers and stuff. Oh, look at this. Now he's D.W. Griffith. He's turned the camera on us. Oh, there it is. I see how it is. All right.
That's what you did, Danny.
Yep.
Hey.
Hello. Hello, sports fans. Here we are at Yankee Stadium.
So, thanks to Jacoby Custom Cues, Kamui Products. Looks like Predator and High Rock are the two main sponsors for this event. Cusco.
Why don't you elaborate on the High Rock? What is High Rock exactly?
High Rock is a production company that's being zoomed in on right now. They do a bunch of high-end. First off, they sell high-end three-cushion tables. They also work with electronics for video footage. They were at the McCreary Open.
The what Open?
The McCreary Open, which is a big three-cushion event, happened here
Oh.
about a couple months ago, and they put
Okay.
on the.
Oh, they have
show.
fantastic three-cushion events here. This place is the nuts for three-cushion events.
Yeah, they also have the Verhoeven Classic here at Karam Cafe. Looks like Alex came back, so we're gonna get back to the show, guys,
Okay.
without coffee.
Without coffee, yeah. That's, well, of course.
We'll have to work on that in a little bit. Looks like Alex has a shot in the 12.
Whoa! What the hell?
He had to just focus on all
Yeah.
pocketing there. He couldn't really do much.
Really?
So from here, looks like 319, 14, 15.
Yeah, drift across, sure. It's not a natural to go from the 3 to the 1. So
Yeah, the 9 to the 3 isn't natural either, really. I think I
No,
make
no.
it a half table game, so 319.
yeah. Well, 9 to the 1, but the best I think is your first call. Nice. Let's gonna keep going.
Got a little too close.
Yeah.
Trying to get close to his work.
Well, he could play the 1 and go back and forth if he just remembers to avoid the hole between the side pocket, the two corner pockets.
I might bow out and play the 14 here. But I think he can play the 1 comfortably. This isn't as bad as it looked. He just got a little closer. He got a little shocked by how close he got to the ball, but he's good here. Alex scared me. He just wants to stay slightly underneath the 14 so that he can go to the rail and out.
Well, yeah, it's going to be hard to do that.
I think he's got a pretty natural angle. He just goes to the rail and out. Yeah, this is perfect.
That was a pretty fine shot. That was not an easy shot. He had to tweak that ball to get into position. He hit that beautifully. It looked like an easy shot, but I don't think it was that easy. Nice touch.
Yeah, perfect position on the 15.
All right. There's 2 pair on the board, 6s and 2s. The score is 62 to 62.
Right, even ball game. Looks like a 43 ball run and 38 ball run were the 2 high runs. Nothing spectacular, but nothing crazy. A couple scratches. Saw 1 miss so far. Still watching very high
No,
quality.
we saw 2 misses.
2 misses?
Yeah, well, one by Alex. He missed a secondary break shot early on.
Okay.
And one by
Oh yeah, you're right.
Kaci.
He just missed the rail shot.
Nice, solid, controlled the cue ball, no reward. No, he's got the 10.
No, he's got the 10. He's got the 10. And the 13. But he's probably going to play this end. I mean the 13.
I like the 13 here better.
Yeah, it leads to the 12. You can get
Well,
rid of
you
that
don't go
little
into
cluster.
anything except the 10. I mean, you're not losing the cue ball in that position.
I think he might be able to play the 11 first and then the 12.
Yeah, he's safe here, no matter what he does. Except that.
No, he could go into the 7 and clear that a little bit. And
I think that's the right shot.
yeah, softly. He doesn't want to hit the 8. Perfect. That's actually much better.
Yeah, that was a good call.
He's good on the 3. Can get rid of the 3 now, which blocks the 8 ball.
He should be thinking of getting that ball that's up table. Tony Robles, who's just a fine straight ball player, has been for a long time. He likes leaving a ball up table for a key ball.
Yeah, Tony usually does that when he has more than 1 key ball up there. If he has like 2 balls up there, he'll do that a lot. But if there's just 1, I think he generally likes to take it out as well. But if there's 2, then he'll use them as an end game pattern.
There's only 1 ball when there's a key ball.
I know in this
I know
particular
what you mean.
case, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I kid you.
Gosh, dog it. So I might draw back and develop this 9 ball a little better for a key ball. Like
Boom.
that. Now he can get rid of the 1. The 1's useless.
Well, you can use the 8 now. Well, you can
Yeah,
use
yeah.
either one. That 9 works for either ball. Should get rid of that ball off the rail pretty sooner than later. And he's using the moose antler bridgehead. Oh, like that.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise, I think.
Yeah.
It's hard to miss the 10, but still, he definitely didn't want to play that.
He should probably go 3 rails and knock the 10 in, since this is Karam Cafe. Whoop. What's going on?
It's a good shot.
Really?
Yeah, he does want to take the 9. He can play the 1 next.
I guess he had to play the combo at that point, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Play the 1-5. Maybe get on the 2. 1-5-2, I think.
I guess. Yeah, that seems
If
reasonable.
he's going to shoot the 8, then get rid of the 1-5.
No, he's playing combination play. He's going to finish this rack playing nothing but combinations every shot. That's
I'm a little confused here. I'm just surprised that he took out that 8. That was such a good break shot. He's definitely using the 14 now, but maybe 8-1-9-5. I think that's what he's thinking because he's not addressing the 5.
yeah, he's trying to get that ball that's up table out of the way. Good.
Yeah, he's gone 8-9-1-5. It will give him the right angle on the 5. The 1 does give him the right angle on the 5 to go to the rail and out. It's just a little more cue ball movement at the end. He's got very little cue ball movement now, but then his end pattern has the most cue ball movement, his last ball.
Yeah, this is not the best, but it's not the worst either.
Yeah. Alex's cue ball is scary, so
Yeah.
I suspect he'll get perfect on this.
Nice. Nice, nice,
Perfect it
nice,
is.
nice. Wow. Okay, so we got Alex is winning now, 76 to 62.
He's at
You
the
know what-
halfway mark.
Yeah, and what I find interesting is that there's about 6 Colombian waitresses in here, and I can't get a cup of coffee. Hey, Spider, what do you got me on a pay me no mind list tonight? What's going on here?
The service here is actually exceptional, but we're in the corner, so they probably don't know that we're thirsty. I'm going to flag one of them down. Let me see how he's going to break this.
Boom. Oh,
Drew that out nicely.
yeah. I don't like that movement with all that spin down to the corner of the pocket.
That's it seems to be the going way to hit that ball now. How do you usually hit that ball, Danny?
Not too good. You're asking, not too good, but it's just when the cookie crumbles these days. I just think there's too much spin and too much cue ball activity.
I'm going to slip away for 1 second here, guys. I'll be right back. What kind of coffee you want?
Light, 1 sugar. Sugar, thank you. Okay, while Mike's away, we're going to switch to bowling on the other station, the bowling network. I guess we're not. Okay, well, here we are, and I think he's got no problems, this racket. He's got a few ways of breaking into the cluster in the middle. Swing around, use the 10 to get on the other side. And if you manipulate this, it just should be easy to clear this whole rack. There's no real problems here. Guess he's going to leave that 5-ball up table by itself for the rest of the rack again.
Can we get an overhead view, guys? Thank you. So you got the 11 here?
He does have the 11. That's what he was playing for. I don't think he wanted to go into them, though. He shouldn't have been playing to go into them.
Right, so he's got the 15 as insurance. He can go in them lightly,
The
maybe
idea
develop
is-
the 9.
Yeah, you really don't want to turn the cue ball loose.
Yeah, develop the 9. Good shot there with the 9 ball.
Yeah.
Now everything's really in the clear.
Now, yeah, now it makes sense. He's got the 5-ball up there. Why does he get rid of that thing?
Yeah, 5-15, right?
5 anything. Just get that ball out of there. Thank you.
You're welcome. Light, 1 sugar. Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, miss.
All right, we got coffee now. It's all over. So 15-3. 15-13. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think pushing the 7 over for a key ball to the key ball is a good idea there? Do you think that's what he was trying to do there or no?
Yes. Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. It also killed the cue ball, so he picks up these other balls. Now he can play the 5, the 6, and the 7, or any sequence that comes up. That's
Yeah, so the only key with that 7 ball is to make sure he didn't land it in the bad spot in the rail between the side pocket and the 3rd diamond. But anywhere else, it's a valuable asset to the 6 ball as a key ball. The 6 ball is a better key ball than the 7.
I still say he should have got rid of that 5 earlier.
Yeah, he would have made this a lot easier. Now
It's
he's got
a
to move.
problem now.
Yeah.
Notice it's just being a problem.
Well, I wonder if his thought process is it's a problem, but it's a problem that I can always address. And sort of like now, even though it's still a problem, if he had gone and addressed it, he would still be in a similar situation where he still has balls to sort of get back up table. I'm not sure what his thought process is. We should probably ask him next time we had lunch with him. Guys, I'm not actually sure who won. between Ruslan and Thorsten. I know Thorsten needed 2, and Ruslan was at 86, I think, when I left. Thorsten was at like 144 or 148, somewhere around there. I think it was 144. So
This has been a bad.
it was a close match. I just heard that Thorsten won, so the Hitman did pull through again. Another sacrificial lamb Ruslan was to him.
Not exactly a lamb.
Llama?
Well, I mean, he got to at least 100. He almost beat Thorsten after Thorsten ran 100 something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He had to work too hard. He came up short on the position off the 5 ball, and he had to, tweak the cue ball there. I think he's been leaving the balls at the table too long. He's not clearing that one problem. It just comes back to bite you, these little things.
Yeah. This is a tricky position shot. Whenever you have balls in the pocket, it's always a little more challenging play position because you can pocket the ball so many different ways. You can hit it thin, you can hit it thick.
And with the pockets open here, fairly big, it's a good chance you'll catch the point.
Right. So you got to really hit this
He's
well.
coming around. Yeah, that's a good shot.
He hit it perfectly.
Yeah.
Nice shot by Clenty. Yeah, I think Ruslan opened up with an 86 and Thorsten followed up with a 146 or something of that nature, and then
Got stuck.
yeah, we went to go eat. Yeah, but Thorsten got stuck. All right, someone's filling us in. It was 144. Thorsten put down.
Hey, Lowell, is there any way you can give us some scores from other games that we can call while they're racking the balls? No?
Hey guys, you can go to QScore. I think it's QSCO, CUESCO.com, and find American 14-1 on there. And you'll be able to look up some other scores going on. There are a lot of great matches being played right now. We're fortunate to be watching Clenty and Alex here play.
He's from a town in Albania called Cusco. Did you know that?
I did not.
He is. I don't know if that's true. I doubt it.
He's playing. But that rack opened up fairly nicely. He's got a couple balls, a couple congestion in the middle, the 5, the 4, the 6, the 13, the 12. A little bit congested, so you might want to go into that
he'll be taking another whack at it.
right now.
Looks that way.
Yep.
Whoops.
So
Whoops. Uh-oh.
solved several problems, tied up some other problems.
Well, the big thing right now is the 111.
Yeah, I would tickle the 8 right now, try to push it over, and then use the 3 to go into it. But there's no other balls down there, so he's got to play, good position here. Tickle 3 up, use the 3 to go into it.
Yeah.
Do you think you use the 3 or do you wait, Danny?
Well, I don't think
It's a little risky, right?
Yeah.
As long as he hits the 1 thin, he'll get out of there. But if he hits it thick, he could get in trouble.
Nah, I don't like going in from the 3.
Yeah, help me out here, Danny. These are situations where I get a little.
Well, first place, I don't know if the ball is dead. I mean,
It's definitely not dead.
Okay.
The 11 ball's frozen on the rail, and the 1 ball's off the rail.
I guess he's going to have to. I don't see anything else off the top of my head.
Okay. So you just gotta.
And I don't have much on the top of my head to come off of, so. Oh.
Okay, he ended up perfect.
Yeah.
He's got a 1-11 combination.
The 6 also.
To get out, or the
6. 6'11".
Yeah. So the only other problem, if he plays the 6, he can knock the 12-4 apart, and then he'll solve all of his problems. If he does play that combo instead, and I kind of like that. As long as he doesn't tie the 4 up with the 5, he'll be all right. Oh wow, they put the brackets
well,
up.
Thank
That's
you,
awesome.
Lowell.
Wow.
Okay. So
All right,
we
guys.
have Holman and Dennis Orcuyo. I did not know that Dennis lived in Germany now. Fortunsky and
Yeah, guys, just read the score so Danny and I don't have to try to say their names.
Schmidt and Kudlik.
Thank you, guys. So it looks like he's got.
I think that game is still going on. Schmidt and Kudlik.
Yeah. So we have the 8 ball now. that he's got to attack. In this 5-4, he did hit the 4, but he hit it too hard, so he tied up the 4 and the 5.
Yeah.
I might play the 4-5-6 combination. Just
I
'cause
like
can't
playing
miss
the
it.
8 and coming right across the table.
Right, for the 4-5-6 combination, though, right?
Well, no, just to go into them and see what develops.
Okay, okay. I
And
like
you
that.
can shoot the balls the other way.
Yeah, see, why knock off a dead ball if you're going to play that combo? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, just float this ball over, and you could shoot the 15, 12, or the 10, depending on where you wind
yeah,
up.
I got you. You're saying just hit the 4 or the 5, and you're okay. You got a big pocket there. Just make sure you don't land in the hole.
Now he's kind of straight. The shot's not the same.
Yeah, it's still natural to get over there, though.
Well, it's not like you can hit it without steering it. It's not going to go there without being steered.
I kind of feel like the 4-5-6 was a good play there. Now, maybe he thought that if he played the 4-5-6, you might have a problem with the 1. I didn't realize the 1 was down there, so that might have been his thought process. Danny was saying to do this, attack it this way.
See, that's what I like.
Wow.
That's one of the worst rolls. He just caught one of the worst breaks I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was just brutal.
Yeah.
He's in shock.
I don't know that I've ever seen that happen before.
You know, one thing I will say about Clenty is his demeanor at the table is very good. He won't like throw a tantrum or anything. He's just gonna have a seat and not say anything and wait for his next opportunity. He's clearly disappointed, but a
No, that
classman,
was
you know.
genuinely the strangest scratch I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was a weird double kiss he got there.
Again, you turn the cue ball loose, anything can happen.
He did follow your suggestion there, though, Danny.
He did, but I wouldn't have hit it. That's, you see, he had to force it. Remember I said there was
Yeah.
the prior shot he could have just rolled across. That one he had to force it.
Try to push the 15 up here.
Oh no, I don't know what.
Oh
what
yeah.
Well, no. What I meant is I don't know what's going on with the 4 and the 5.
Yeah, I think the 5 goes. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good play there by Alex.
That was terrific. That was a terrific shot. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he was trying not to do too much there. He's got the 13, and that leads to the 5. I mean, the 12's not the greatest key ball, but that's all he's got. So looks like a 13, 5, 4, 12. Nice speed control there. He should be able to reach this.
I like that he got it pretty close too.
Yeah, he's making sure that he gets the right angle. You know, actually, thinking back on that, I might have played for the 5 and tried to get on the 12 there and did take a one rail across to the 4. I do that sometimes. What do you think about that, Danny? Because Alex clearly chose the other route.
It was pretty practical what he did.
Okay. Because then you have
Although
less movement for the 4 to the 15. So.
I know, and the 12 to the 4 to the 12 is no joy.
Right. Okay. All right.
So you're right about that. That's not in doubt.
So a little bit of personal preference there, but I think Alex got really good on this 12 ball where he can go one rail right to the middle of the table.
It wasn't easy to come back up for that 5 ball.
Right.
From the shot that you're talking about. So
Yeah.
he probably dismissed it for that reason.
Alex, one of the best cue balls in the business for sure. Able to get the cue ball right in the middle there, slightly favoring the right side of the table as he's breaking from.
96, 69.
So Alex is almost 2/3 through the set.
It's a palindrome.
It is.
69, 96. Okay. So Alex needs 54.
Oh, this is going to open up nicely. Okay, he's hit the top ball, so the balls are going to scatter really well. He's got shape on the 9 and possibly the 3. He's got a thicker angle on the 9 so he can control the cue a little better, so I suspect he'll play the 9 first. You can use the 6 ball to open him up some more. and with the 11 is insurance and the 8 is insurance. So he might just play position to the 6 right now and then go in him off the 6.
I think the shot at hand is the 9, and just going to take it easy.
So you don't play the 9 going to the 10 and then use the 6 to open him
No,
up?
you don't want to go into the 10 at all. You're not worried about opening them up from here. You got a lot of balls to work with. You want to kill the cue ball, and you don't want to disturb all those other balls.
Okay, okay. Okay, so he chose to weave between the 4 and 5, and get on the 8 ball. That does eliminate one of his insurance balls when he does use the 6 to open him up.
He's got the 11 if he gets back. You know.
All right.
Wonder if he's going to try and break from here.
Off the 8?
Yeah. I don't particularly like that.
Right, you were just saying not to break it off too early with the 6, but I think if he had gone into the 10, what could have gone wrong? Like if he had played off the 9 into the 10.
You could have taken the 10 out of position. You don't know where it's going. You could have locked it into something else.
I'm only asking because I'm trying to understand, play a little better, Danny.
Well, no, I mean...
It's a privilege to have you here, so...
No.
Nah, seriously,
Fake-
but...
Setting that stuff aside, I mean, the less stuff you hit, the safer you are.
Gotcha.
He's already got 7, 8 loose balls up there that are all useful. Yeah, he went to go for it right there.
Okay.
And
Now the 4-5 tied up, but everything else is in the clear, and the 12.
No, the 12 is the problem now.
So the 4-5, the 12.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Everything
it.
else is playable.
2 balls your break shot, probably.
Yeah, seeing
You know,
also.
at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, it could very easily wind up being the 4 ball as the break.
I think I used the 1 to attack the 4-5. Particularly the 5. Like I try to go underneath and hit the 5 right now. If he's got the right angle. Yeah, it looks like looks like he's not addressing the 5-4. So he's going to have to at some point play position for the 4 ball. I think the 4 does clear. So he might have got on the 4 right now.
He should probably get rid of the 4.
He could potentially... Nah, he might hit the 5 if he plays the 4 now, which is a little dangerous.
No, you come across. I'm just saying it should be dealt with.
Yeah.
He's got that 12 ball. It's too tough a shot. Now they see the overhead. That's way too big.
Yeah, the 4 is a little too thin
Yeah.
for him to address, so he's going to attack the 3. He could use the 3 to go into the 5 right now.
I don't think you try to.
You don't think
Well-
you try to dislodge him?
Not from there. Not from that angle. No.
So he might bow out in the 2 and just go into him now.
No, it looks like he's playing the 4. Oh no, he did
Yeah.
that. Up.
He's
no,
okay.
not
He's
that.
okay. He's okay.
Well, he got on a 12. Well,
Got bad on the 12.
yeah, that's something. He took the chance to clear that.
I don't think he has, on the new cloth, I don't think he can go forward and get out of there. So he's got to look for a tough shot that he's going to play after he makes his 12 ball, because he has to get rid of the 12 here.
Yeah.
And I think the 4 ball will probably be his next shot. I don't see anything better. Do you, Danny?
Well, the 7 ball. The 3 ball.
Oh, you think he... Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
The 12. The angle will be improved. It'll be a little easier angle.
Yeah. I still like the 4 instead of the 3 here,
You
but
lose the cue ball here.
Yeah. I think you lose the cue ball on the 3 too.
No. You're sending it into open territory. You're not going to lose it. You go around everything. If you play the 4, you're going under the balls.
Yeah, pocketing wise, just for me, pocketing wise, I
Oh,
know.
he's going to play the 10. We're both.
Oh, okay. Pocketing wise, I know I can make the 4 ball, but I can't always make the 3-ball.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll take a lower percentage position play sometimes to make sure that I pocket the ball. But Alex is good on the 4 here. He might be able to make the 5 in the side, and if he can, I might get rid of it,
Yeah.
assuming I can get angle on the 4.
He could set up the 14 ball, or he could set up the 13 now. But he could get on the 7. He could set up the 14, and the 5 becomes a key ball.
Yeah, I think the 5 is far enough off the side to go in that corner. I think he's playing the 14 in the side, which makes me question what he's going to use as a break ball.
The 14.
I think he's playing the 14 in the side.
Oh, yeah, he couldn't do that and set up the 7.
He might be able to play the 6 and go into the 7, and the 7 would take the tangent off the 14 and become a break shot.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah.
And yeah, the 5 is insurance, and the 13, I think. Just depends on what angle he has on the balls, guys. We can't really tell, so we're giving you a couple different options.
Okay.
And that was the 4th option, which he executed perfectly, so it has to be the right option.
I still say he's going to use the 14 as the break.
Yeah, he doesn't have a good key ball because he's shooting that off right now.
Uh-oh. He wanted it to come straight out, and it slid. There's that new cloth. He put reverse on, and it just kept widening out.
Yeah, he's okay. He can play the 14, and he'll use the 7 to stop the ball, and then he'll play the 5 in the side, and then the 7 is the key ball. It's not ideal.
He's got the 7. He doesn't have the 14.
Okay, well, he's got one of the 2 balls, you know.
Yeah.
He's going to use the 14 to get on the 5 then.
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. He's got to get really good on this 5 to be able to control it.
Yeah, I might go Ortman on this and just get on the long rail to where I'm playing a back cut on the 5 and squirting over. You know what I mean? Just get on that long rail.
Yeah.
Try to get the cue froze on the long rail.
Oh, this is okay. So he's got more to work with than we thought. If he stops it there. I don't like this shot.
Come on,
It's
big
gonna
bounce,
die.
big bounce.
No, he ain't got it. He lost it.
All right, so this will be a safety.
Yeah. Looks about 110. And Kaci has.
Yeah, it looks like 110 to 96.
69.
Oh yeah, sorry. 110 to 69.
Sorry, Mike is sitting to my right, and he's reading it in the original Hebrew text. And we're working off of, so he's reading it from right to left.
A little dyslexic Yednak here.
Oh, he's going to play it. Wow. Oh, this is brave. Got it. Oh, he hit
Wow.
it so good. And so soft.
Danny's been cutting little digs at me all day. Someone was asking about Alex's cue. He's sponsored by Ariel Kamali. It's a beautiful cue. I actually hit with him a little bit in between stages. I'm currently playing with Jacoby, which I love. But there's a lot of great cue makers out there, and Carmelli happens to be one of them. I think Danny Baruti plays with the Shone. Yeah,
But the way I've been playing, I've chosen not to say that. It would be
Danny's modestly talking about his performance.
modest.
Danny just had knee surgery and didn't perform up to his capabilities here, and I'm ecstatic that he just showed up, but a lot of guys won't even do that. Danny was here, performed as best he could under his conditions, and luckily we get to have him doing commentary and hanging out with the guys here.
Well, I thank you for the kind words, and I'll pass them along to my surgeon. Yeah, shout out to Dr. Michael Pita in Monterey, California for fixing up my knee. Thank you, Doc.
Robert, Jacoby shaft is amazing. You'll probably love it. Very similar to other low deflection shafts. The guys stand behind what they make, so if you ever have any problem, Brandon or Dave will take care of you.
All right, he can set up a key ball here if he plays the 15 in the side. I don't know if the 1 passes the 6.
The 15 ball is his break shot, no?
He could
7
use
ball.
he could very easily use the 7.
Right, I see what you're saying.
Oh. Okay, so I think he has a shot at.
The
What
6
do you
ball.
think? Think he has the 1?
I think he has the 6 and then the 3 in the side.
Hey, Lowell, could we get a fast look at the other scores? There's a lot of activity here. Kudlik beat Schmidt 150 to 5. So we don't know if there was any big run there. I would assume there was. Looks like John must have been held to a shot. He might have run, who knows, he might have run 150 and out.
Yeah, John Schmidt and Mika Immonen will be at Greenleaf's at the end of this month. I believe
That's a beautiful room in Richmond, Virginia, by the way.
I believe that's the 30th, and I'll be doing commentary for that match, and that'll be live streamed. So if you guys want to check out some more straight pull after this is done, be patient, wait a week, and that'll be going on. And Jim's allowed us to put that up live, so that should be special because usually he keeps that private.
That's an attraction for the Richmond area. It's one of the most eclectic, artistically appointed rooms that you'll ever see.
Truly beautiful, guys. Truly beautiful. And you'll have Mr. 400 and Mika Immonen, 2 of the greatest straight ball players alive right now. Sort of old school and new school. So if you guys get a chance, watch that. I'll be doing commentary. I'm not sure who will be joining me at this point, but I'll be live streaming it and doing commentary for that. I'm very excited. Also, Tony Robles is playing Efren Reyes exhibition match at Amsterdam Billiards. Room in Manhattan that Danny and I used to play out of, I still play out of, and Tony Robles plays out of. That'll be very exciting as well. They're going to play some straight pull and a little bit of rotation. So
I'll be playing some online chess later tonight.
just if you guys are interested. But back at this match, looks like Alex has his final sort of trouble ball, that 1 ball that he just got rid of.
Yeah.
And he can go. Got a little funny on this. I was thinking 12.95, but he might. He's probably still going to go ahead and do that 12.95 for this, or 12.59. Yeah, it looks like 12.95. No, he got perfect on both balls. So he has options. That's something that Alex plays a lot of, and I think Danny and John, more of the upper echelon guys, they really play position for both balls. That way that if they're a little out of line, they can pick and choose at the end which one they like a little more.
Yeah, I like the way Alex is playing right now. He's in his groove, and he's manipulating the ball very nicely, getting around, isolating the break shot, working around it. Really nice.
You guys, that room that I was talking about is in Richmond, Virginia. It's called Greenleaf's. It's owned by a straight ball player, Jim Gautier, and his wife, Andrea. Beautiful people, beautiful room. Please,
Good
if you're in
food,
that area,
terrific food.
amazing food, amazing staff. Just an really nice scale class place to go.
I'll tell you what, if anybody that goes down there, if they don't like it, Mike will pay all your expenses for going down there to see it. I mean, I can't do better than that.
I believe
so.
that Daniel will tell you another. Looks like a top break shot here, top ball break shot. I like top outside on this.
Yeah, that's the way to attack that.
Looks like Alex does as well. He's got multiple options.
Very little. Yeah, go down right now. Pick up the 2 or the 15. Unless they go in the other direction, which isn't too bad.
I think they both go in both pockets, in which case I might just use the 13 to go into them now. Or
I still like freeing one of them up before you do that. Uh-oh.
I think he was holding it for the 13. He didn't seem to try to drift it forward at all.
That's true.
So I think he's going straight at the rack here.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. He could have gone straight for the 13 because the 2 does go. It does pass the 15. There was more room than I thought.
Yeah, he got a little thinner on this than I think he would have liked, so he's not going to add those as insurance. But I really suspect I'll have a shot after this. It'd be pretty unlucky not to. And just as I say that, I don't see any open shots.
Yeah. Wow.
5 in the side.
Yeah,
Or
take
8 in the
take your
corner.
pick. Whatever he's got is a shot only a mother could love. No matter what he's shooting here, he's got to turn the cue ball loose, and there's nothing too easy to shoot at. So it doesn't really matter what he shoots. It's whether he tries to cut the 8 in or shoot the ball on the side.
I tend to like rail shots a little more in this situation as opposed to balls in the middle of the table. I would probably shoot the 8 myself.
Except you're further away from the object ball.
Right, and the side pockets are the biggest pocket on the pool
Yeah.
table, so I could see either one being very valid here.
Well, I don't think he even considered the 8.
Yeah, the 5's just
Yeah,
much
there
closer.
he goes.
There
Wobbly, wobbly, wobble.
You know, in fairness, he really should have had a shot there, so
I don't know. You went into the when he played the 13, there was a big angle on it.
yeah, he
So
had
you
more
lost
angle
the
than he
cue
wanted.
ball.
Yeah.
Come on. You turn the cue ball loose, you're fair game. It's like swimming in the ocean. You become part of the food chain.
It looks like 15-1 here.
Same thing when you turn your cue ball loose.
Comparison to death.
Yeah.
You may die.
You go in the ocean, a shark bites your foot off. You shouldn't be surprised. I was in the ocean after all. Turn the cue ball loose, same thing. If you scratch, well, I should have.
I think you get a little more punished and pull when you let the cue ball loose than when you swim in the ocean. I swam in
Yes.
the ocean quite a bit, and luckily I still have all my limbs. No thanks to Danny's mythology.
What ocean did you go swimming in? You're from Arizona.
Yeah, been lucky enough to get out of that state for a while now. Right, he knocked the 9 out of position, so I suspect he'll use the 6 ball or the 2 ball as a break shot now instead of the 9 ball. But the 9 did block pockets for other shots.
Oh, well, let's see. 15. The 11 ball clears. The 7 does not clear the 11.
Or the 3 ball doesn't clear the 11.
Is that the 3?
Yeah.
Right, it has to be. Okay, the 3 doesn't clear the 11.
So, looks like he's attacking the 15 ball.
Yeah.
That was a good key ball for the 2 ball, so now I feel like the 2 ball is not a valid
No,
break
the 6
shot.
is going to be the break. He's going to play the 15 and get the 14 out.
All right, so he's playing the 11 and the 14. Danny's a little colorblind, so I'll help him out here. So 11, then 14,
That's what I said.
and then he'll have.
What did I say?
He said 15 ball.
Who asked you?
Yeah, no one cares.
Boom. Uh-oh.
Frenchie, Vincent saying hi to you, Danny, just so you know.
Hey, Vincent. Comment ça va? I haven't seen Vinny and I both used to live in New York, and now he's living in purgatory. He's in Cleveland. He's neither here nor there.
So the problem with this 14 ball is he doesn't have natural shape to another shot. He'll have to use inside English or try to avoid the 9.
Whoa.
He was able to avoid the 9 and the 6. So
He wasn't able to avoid the rail.
right, but like I said, that was a little bit of a tricky position pattern, and he got in a little bit of trouble here.
Oh, he should play the 2 now.
I don't think I'd play the 2.
I think you're right. His position is rapidly. Nah, he's going to play the 2. Otherwise, you ruin the position.
Right? Yeah. So what are you thinking? 2, 9, 3,
No,
4?
2-7. You come up for the 7.
2, 3.
2, yeah, right. That one too. Either one, the 3
right.
or the 7. Whatever.
So I think he's playing 3, 4.
Who the
9.
hell is picking the colors for these balls these days? Crayola? Every time you pick a set, it's a different color.
Yeah, we kind of missed the purple 4 ball. Hey, Stefanos,
too far.
sometimes I get to see the text, sometimes I don't. Sorry, buddy. Hello. Hello to everyone that says hi. We're trying to watch the live stream, and every now and then I shift over to the text to
Very
see
nice.
who's
Very
posting on there for us.
Okay.
He's actually a little thick on this. I'd like to favor the right side of the table a little more, but he doesn't need many more balls, so
138.
Should be,
I don't know how many innings this game has been. I
it
mean,
says 4.
yeah.
It seems like it's been a little more, but it
Oh,
shows
is that
4.
what that number is?
Yeah.
I thought they were playing on table 4.
No,
Okay,
no.
got it.
Yeah, so the middle number, guys, is the innings. This is Danny Barudi and Michael Yednak doing commentary live here at Karam Cafe via High Rock Productions. And special thanks to Peter Burrows for putting this event on. It's an amazing event, and we're privileged to play in it.
I say the 4 ball.
Yeah, see, now when I said that he had a little thick angle, that's why the balls didn't open up as well. If he favored the right side of the table with his cue ball, that last position play, the balls would have opened up a little more, and he would have had a little easier layout. Now he's got to work these balls.
Okay, good evening, everyone. First off, big congratulations to Marek Kudlik, our first semifinalist. We have another quarterfinal match starting up now. Mieszko Fortunski playing Konrad Dusison on table 31. Good luck.
All right, guys, have a couple announcements there. I think Alex took a moment to collect himself while they...
This is starting to look like the Warsaw Championship. There's 4 players from Poland, and they've been kicking ass all week.
Yeah, we've had some very strong Polish players. Looks like he's taking that 4 ball, like you said, Danny. No, he just played safe.
No, I might have missed it. I didn't know what the call was.
He played it so soft. I question whether he's really...
That's not a safe. He knew they'd be leaving the 2 ball. He couldn't have been playing safe off of there.
Well, he probably got a kiss off that top ball then that he didn't expect to knock the 4 out.
You ask him later, and we'll send everybody
Nah, you're probably
we'll
right. It probably
send
wasn't
everybody
safe.
a letter.
I just thought if he was going to do that, then he would attack the stack as opposed to leave it all clustered. He needs 12 balls, right? He doesn't just need
11.
2. Yeah, so he needed to open them up.
3, 6, 9, 12.
It's amazing camera work. We could see clear as day. I might be able to see my reflection in the 2 ball.
I could actually see the weave of the cloth. Wow.
So
That's good, nice camera work. You
yeah,
ain't
these
kidding.
cameras are insane here,
Yeah.
guys. We're not playing with
This is the
minimal
best
stuff
I've
here.
ever seen. Come
Right.
to think of it.
Yeah, that's insane. So he's playing the 2 ball on the side,
Nice shot.
and terribly difficult shot to play, and he executed it like a beast. He's got lots of trouble ahead of him. This is not an easy rack. He's only has the 4 ball from here, and it's tough to play position off the 4. Unless something's dead in the stack, which I can't see at the moment, but I'm not sure if the 8 clears those balls. No, the 8 doesn't clear, right? No, the 8 doesn't clear. The 4 is his only shot, and he's got too much angle. Yeah, he might be able to hold it. Since it's close to the pocket, he might be able to hold it. X that.
Yep.
If he got a good roll on the 14-5,
He's got the 5, yeah.
then he just got Christmas, because otherwise he'd be in big trouble here.
Yep.
Yeah, if that 14-5 is dead, then he got an amazing roll there. And it is wired. He's playing that. The balls will scatter after this, and he'll have lots of opportunities. Should have lots of opportunities. If he has the right angle on the 3, he can push the 14 out. If not, he'll play the 7. He's got too thin of angle on the 3.
You should go into the 9 here. Mike, I thought he was going to try and clear that combination out of the way. He's got the 15 for the break, too. He doesn't need to
He's
do
playing the
anything.
combination now.
All right.
It's a good play here. Looks like the 12 goes. The 11 may go.
Yeah, if he composes himself, if he gets to like the 10, well, now he's got to play the 10. He could leave the 15 as a break and the 1 as the key ball.
I think he'll push the 3. push the 14 out with the 3. He just needs to get something.
What does he
needs to-
shoot after he
He needs
plays?
to create insurance. He needs to create it with the 9, or like maybe with the 1 right now. He goes into the 9, knocks the 9 out, and he'll have insurance in the side pocket, and he can
That's
develop
possible.
it. Yeah, I think that's.
And if it doesn't pan out, he's stuck with. I would leave the 15 there.
Yeah, he can always leave the 15, but right now he could develop the 9 as a key ball or as an insurance ball. I'm not sure, Danny. You're saying he's just going to hold the 15 and.
No, I'm saying before.
Okay.
Now he's got to do that. He's got to get there.
Right.
And it worked out perfectly, just like you said.
Yeah, so now he'll tickle the 14 out. He shouldn't play this yet. He's got to play the 3-14. He's got the perfect angle to push the 14 out as a break shot, and then they'll use the 15 ball as his key ball. And I would shoot the 8 first before I shot that anyway.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Get the 8 out of there, and then shoot those 2 balls.
Yeah, this just died. That was bad.
Yeah, by playing the 8 first, he would have had better angle on that. And he ruined his opportunity to develop the 14 there, so that was a little bit of a decision error on Quentin's part. He is primarily a rotation player, an 8-ball player. I'm not sure how fluent he is in straight pull. He's been playing really strong straight pull, but I'm not sure if he sees the same patterns as much as someone like Danny's experience would see. Or, I'm not sure how actually experienced he is at the game as much as just an amazing pull player.
He can't have as much experience at the game as I have. But
Right,
he's obviously
but
a far
knowledge,
better player.
knowledge. I mean, knowledge.
Yes. I
Cue
know,
ball
that's what I
knowledge.
mean.
Yeah. Cue ball knowledge he could have.
Well, he's got the 9. I think he's got a window.
Yeah, that rolled well for him, but
Yeah.
that was very lucky. But well executed at the same time,
Well, if he goes up and down and gets a shot at the 12, he's got the 8 and the 7. Let's see how he comes out on that 12.
Yeah, he's going to do 12 stick, 8 stick, 7 or 3 ball, which it really is, and stun draw. I think he got the perfect shape on the 12 where he can just stick it. This is good. He can still stay under the 3 ball. Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, I did hear that he won a snooker championship, and snooker is basically, I feel like snooker is a straight pull and then 9 ball at the end. So it's kind of a combination of both games with pure pocketing. So it's a beautiful game as well. Uh-oh. Ooh, it looked like it was going to veer out a little bit. He got it right in the pocket. Yeah, he'll just stun draw this right above the 14 ball, or he could use top right. Okay, he chose the top right option. The top left, I mean. Sorry, top left. It's a good position play on the 14. And he worked through that problem area pretty strong, a little differently than I would have done it, developing the break shot, but ended up with a great result.
He did it different than I would have done it. I would have missed a long time ago.
Yeah. That's something else. His pocketing is so strong that he can create more opportunities than other players. Whoa. Yowzers.
Well, that was the good news. He didn't scratch. The bad news is he's only got the 15 up the corner. I don't think he has the 1 ball up the corner.
He's looking at the 1, so
Oh,
I
he's
think
got
he
the
does
1,
have the
yeah.
1. That's much better than the 15, but still. Yeah, that looks good. Now, I've scratched that way several times, Andy. Is there a way that you judge the stack as to when you use that pure follow when you're hitting the top 2
No,
balls?
I mean, it's just he killed the cue ball, so it didn't go around up the table, and the spin just took him around.
That particularly happens on new cloth more than old cloth, that you get that super arc. All right, good shot. Good shot from Plenty. 5 ball blocks the 12 ball. 10 ball, you need to get rid of the 10 ball. Looks like those 6 balls in the middle are a little bit problem.
The 6 and the 13.
6, 13, 7, 11, and 2, 8 are all a little bit of a situation.
That's it.
He just lost his cue ball.
That should be the game.
I think you can see the 5, Danny. Yeah, you can see the 5.
Can he see the 5 from
You
here?
can see the 5. You can see the 5, and you can
Well,
go into
in
the
that
7
case,
too.
that should be the game.
Yeah, the game in favor of him. Nah, he's all right here. He can go into the 7 and 2 in opposition on the 10 or the 15 after. Very lucky though. He missed hit that ball. I wonder if that 11 is dead. Sure looks like it.
Thanks, Lowell.
Yeah, unfortunately, Quincy's like 12 foot tall, so he's standing in the way.
Yeah.
I think that was Roy's work. We got Roy and Lowell and Ira, Eric, Quan, bunch of guys to thank. Mike, the owner of the room. Jeez, Peter, Andy, Lincoln.
This is some of the nicest equipment I've ever played on in the tournament.
Yeah,
They
Oak.
did a great
I
job.
think,
Who's the table mechanic?
Oak.
Oak?
Yeah, I don't know. I know his name is Oak, and
His first name is Pickle.
I really
Pickled
is
Oak.
the one that's that helps set that up.
I don't remember a ball rolling off on me.
No, the tables are impeccable. You know,
And I missed a lot of shots, so I was looking I was looking for the roll so I could
looking
blame
for
it.
excuses. Yeah.
I could push that 15 up. Not that it's necessary, but he could.
I didn't get to see McKinnon's match. I'm assuming that happened today. I know he was sitting when I walked into the room, and I felt a little bad because he played jam up against me. Petri is a very strong player. I think it's Gene Oak actually is the table mechanic's name, Mr. Gene Oak. Guys, thanks everyone for the kind compliments here on the Facebook page. Danny and I are very happy to be here and excited to be a part of this. Both of us wish we were on the other end of the camera, but there'll be another tournament next year. Peter puts on a great event, and we're just excited to be here and be part of this.
Yeah, Peter deserves a lot of credit. He's kept straight pool going.
Yeah, what Peter does for us is really phenomenal. He gets all these players together, gets the funds so that we don't have to pay such a high entry fee. He puts it in New York right next to a hotel so guys have a place to stay. He's really thought things out when he puts
And
these things together.
it always winds up costing him money, personally.
Yeah, he should never pay anything out of pocket, but he does. Just an amazing guy, and you know, he really should be inducted in like a Billiard Hall of Fame for what he does. Great guy. So this pattern's pretty rudimentary. You know, he wants to get rid of the 8.
Yeah, well, he could play it two ways. He could play the 2-8-15, or he could play the 15-2 and the 8 and go the other way.
Yeah, 15-2-8-3. 3 ball would be the key ball. Or double cross us in 15-3-8-2.
Yeah.
I don't think he has a choice now. I think he has to go for the 3-8-2 from here.
I happen to not have liked this way.
Right, he's got a very small window to be on the correct side of the 8. That's why it's a little dangerous here. I might accept a little longer shot on this just to maintain the angle on the 8. So I would actually make sure that I.
He might have been playing for the 2. See, this is the problem.
Yeah,
with
this
that
is too
shot.
thin of an angle. He might be able to hold it, but it's awkward. He's probably playing the 2 in the corner instead of the side.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect shape on the tuna corner. Good shot there.
Wow.
And with the stop shot, held the exact angle on the 11, so he's just going to stop his rock. He's a very tall gentleman, so he doesn't have to worry about the length of the table being an issue. This should be awesome for him. Nice out from Plenty. And Alex is hoping he gets back to the table. Plenty's now at the 2/3 mark.
Yeah, he needs 54, and Alex needs 11. And Lowell, can you zoom in on that shot? I mean, really zoom in on it.
On the 11.
On the break shot.
Can you guys?
No,
yeah.
like really, really zoom in.
Like closer on the 11 and 6.
Yeah, let's see where he's going. Let's see how this looks. Can you give me an overhead from that? At that same closeness?
Yeah, an overhead view with this angle. We're trying to see if he's hitting the top of the 6. Yeah, they may not be able to zoom that quickly, Danny. He's hitting the top of the 6, I believe. No, he hit the bottom of the 6. So he hit the bottom of the 6th and the 9. He used draw to get to the rail with a little bit of outside English.
Thank you, Lowell. You can take the rest of the night off. Thank you.
Danny's really demanding with the camera angles.
It was interesting because there's such clarity here. I thought
Right.
it might be interesting to see.
Yeah, if we can see the angle every time on the break shot like that, I think that there'll be a lot of knowledge imparted to people watching, especially like when we watch like Thorsten Homan to see how he attacks the shot.
By the way, his last shot was just horrendous. He just went into it. He lollygagged it. Now he's
Yeah,
got
he's
to come
got
up with
to play a
something.
tough shot on the 8. But
Probably the 1 off the 10. But no, I mean, I've never seen cameras with this clarity.
yeah, if we could get camera angles like that on a regular basis on the break shot, I think it'd be more exciting for straight pool watchers in general, so they understand what the guys are doing. And from a teaching standpoint and a learning standpoint, I mean, there's just so much we can gain.
You got it.
Seeing exactly what angle they're approaching the rack at. It'd be really valuable for us. But thank you guys. Maybe something for the future, or maybe something you guys can try to provide later on. So he got out of that little jam with the 8-ball. Great pocketing from Plenty. He is a snooker player, so I do suspect he'll play jam-up pocketing when he needs to. I think he played position on the 2 there, and then he was going to use the 6 to open it up, but I think he got a little leakage. The 6.
I don't like the 6.
6 doesn't look like it clears.
Yeah, that's
Looks like the 9 balls or the 7 balls a good break shot opportunity. I'm thinking the 7 ball's better, so I would play the 2, 3, and get on the 7 in the lower right corner. 2, 3.
slid down.
Yeah, that new cloth is jamming him up a little bit.
Yeah, the ball's not grabbing. It's not taking because of the newness of the cloth.
Yeah, if he got in thicker angle on the 3, he could hold it up for the 7 and then use the 7 to open up. He has the 10 and the 1 as insurance. Everything's easy peasy. Instead, he's got to play position on the 1 and then try to come back down for the 7 or something else.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Wow. Marriage counselor.
Say marriage counselor?
Yeah, got a little too
Oh,
close there.
that's
Little
cute.
too close. Little too close. So he's in a bit of trouble here. I think he might be able to play the 10 up table, but they're very close, so he's got to make sure he doesn't miscue. He is going to throw the ball, which means it's going to. Either way he attacks it, the object ball is going to want to be pushed one way or the other way because of collision-induced throw. So he's got to account for a bunch of different factors pocketing this ball. And we got to get someone to watch this hit if he's attacking it direct. Yeah, looks like the tournament director's coming over to watch here. If he shoots away from it, it should be pretty clear. It should take a 90-degree angle regardless. We'll be able to view it after and see if it's a double hit. Could you guys actually zoom in on that? That would be critical if we could zoom in on that 10 and cue ball.
Hey. Yeah, Lowell, can you zoom in on the cube?
We need the top view.
You
top
have an
view, guys.
overhead?
I don't know if you guys can do it, but this will.
Lowell, can you get closer on the... Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, as long as this goes at 90 degrees, he should be all right. If it goes forward at all, that'd be a foul. Some guys are asking in general, do snooker players have better mechanics than pool players? Depends on the pool player.
Depends on which garage they go to.
Speaking of garages, how's Robert doing? Why isn't Robert here?
Dinner, family dinner.
Oh, gotcha. Good friend of ours comes and watches straight pool a lot, and we were just asking about him.
Big fan of the
Big fan
pool
of the game.
leagues that we used to run.
Yeah.
So 7:15, clear them up, play to 1 key.
Yeah, the 1-5 is a great key ball, break ball situation, but I think he has to shoot the one off now.
12 is a great break shot. No, he played a...
Thinking 5-12?
Yeah. 12 ball's a good break shot, too.
Danny says the 12 ball's a good break shot. Now, I've watched Danny play for, 8-9 years now?
At least.
And I think I've seen him use the lower break shot twice. Just a funny little thing there.
14. Yeah.
Yeah, he got bad here. He's playing position for the 9 or the 15.
He's
and
losing the thread of the position.
He's leaking out a bit on every shot. So he's an intelligent, smart player. I'm assuming he's going to start to maybe take a little off of his speed. He's thinking that he's losing his cue ball a little, so he's aware enough to start to address it. I think he can still get there off the 15 now with low outside, as long as it takes, but he may be too thin, in which case it might be smarter to just play the 12 and go into him. Play the 14 to the 12 and go into him, but he would much rather play position on those two balls. You don't want to have to go into him, especially this late with very little insurance. Okay, that was a nice kill stroke, but he'll be able to get over on the 15 now. Unless he got dead straight. If he got dead straight, then that was a brutal roll, but he's been overhitting everything, so he might have underhit this one. I think he can cheat the pocket on the left side and get over there. Yeah, good shot.
Well, we haven't
Now
heard
he
the
overhit.
last of it.
Yeah, he overhit it again. The good thing about this shot is when he pockets the 9, he'll have a 2-rail position to the 5. Maybe not.
You think you should play the 9 here?
I do. I feel like I lose the cue ball if I play the 15.
I think you're right.
This is a pocketing, high demand for pocketing, but I think it's the right shot here. And I like the way he played that. That was a nice 3-cushion shot. He got a much thicker angle on the 15, and he controlled his ball, and he hit the 9 ball with a nice pace that's going to allow it to be pocketed more.
It was a nice 3-cushion shot. It was even better 4-cushion shot.
Well, this is right. It was a 4-cushion shot. And then he had a nice angle to get back on the 5. A great out, a great recovery from Plenty. And, they're not always perfect guys. They're not always easy racks, so that was a really high-quality recovery from Plenty. He kept trying to get on the right side of that 15 and 9 and just couldn't get there.
Okay, Plenty needs 40.
Alex needs 11. Guys, I should probably thank my homeroom, Amsterdam Billiards. They've been really good to me over the years, and I still continue to play out of that room and give lessons. So anyone interested, Amsterdam Billiards, another good room besides Karen where we're hanging out today. If you're in Manhattan, it's the place to be.
Even if you're not playing pool.
Even if you're not playing pool.
They got ping pong.
They got ping pong.
That's right. And a bar.
And a bar, a full bar.
That's right.
And nice staff, nice people around. But I'm assuming you guys are pool players because you're watching straight pool, the finest game in pool. Arguably or not. It looks like he's got the 7 ball on the side or the 13 in the corner. Maybe the 7's precluded by the 1, so he's going at the 13. He'll position on the 1 or the 8 next. Yeah, guys are mentioning the combo that Alice mixed. Very, very costly miss. You know, could be the
Yeah.
end of the set for him or end of his inning.
Could be the end of the tournament.
Yeah. Robert, Alex Pagulayan would agree with you 100%.
And it looked like that combination was on.
It did look like that was on. He might have got a kiss, or it might have, I don't know, something
Just
weird
shot
might
it
have
too
happened on it.
fast.
Yeah. He took a lot of time to decide on the shot, but maybe he rushed the actual execution of the shot. He has only missed 2 balls, and I think Clenty's missed 2 balls, so they're pretty even as far as who should win. You know, sometimes the guy that misses more will still win the tournament, but these guys have both played pretty jam up. You know, 2 misses is very
It's the
respectable
guy
pool.
that misses next to last.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. That's not exactly.
So he's going to use the
accurate.
4 to open it up. He'll have the 3 as insurance, and then he should be fine. I wouldn't hit this too hard. I want to develop the 12 ball as a break shot, so I would hit this break shot softly, and just nudge the 12 out, and then reevaluate the rack from there.
Yeah, he doesn't like this.
Yeah, he got very thin on the 4 to hit the 4 and open up the 15. He might end up going with the 3 ball, and if he does that, he'll lose the 12 ball. So I'll have to get lucky with a different break shot. From here, he still has to hit this with power to make sure he gets out of there for a shot. So he'll draw this back to the rail now for the 2 ball, I believe. If he follows, he might have the 6 ball. No, he got in trouble. And that's why I was saying that he had to draw that out and back to the rail and play position for the 2.
I think he tried to, and the cue ball didn't drag.
Okay.
It didn't grab.
Yeah, he might have tried to actually put draw on that. I'm not sure. It looked to me like he was stroking high on the ball, but maybe I misread it. A lot of these guys stroke low and then hit the cue ball in a different spot on the final delivery. I haven't paid attention to Clenty as much as I should to know if he's the guy that does that. Now he's aiming top ball now. He'll play this in the corner, and this is actually a big pocket on this table.
Nope. Yep.
Yep. All right, but you know you don't want to be playing those shots frequently in straight ball. If you are, then you know you're playing the patterns a little off.
I mean, sometimes that's what you get left with.
Yeah, every now and then is
Yeah.
fine, but if you're doing that a lot, then you're definitely playing bad patterns. You know, you should. What are you thinking?
I mean, that shot was the result of him. The ball's not opening, and getting him an easy shot. You can't.
right, but
I know what you're saying.
yeah. Just as a general rule, you don't want to be playing those, and if you are playing those generally, then you're probably playing a little bit rough patterns.
You're swimming upstream.
Yeah, but in that particular case, I think he really had to get better position on the 4, so he had a 3 as insurance, and then he was insured not to have a tough shot after. You know, when you're playing straight ball, you don't want to go into the stack without insurance. If you do, then you want to pull the cue ball out or follow it forward out to the open, generally to the middle of the table, so you have the highest percentage of getting a shot. Just
This is nice. That
Yeah, he's
6
looking
ball
good
is
now.
nice 2-rail position.
Hey guys, we were talking about things to do in Amsterdam. They have darts, they have table tennis, they have pool, full bar, lots of other fun things. My wife's correcting me about the table tennis as opposed to ping pong. Love you, Chris. Thanks for watching. So he's got a natural 2-railer here. He might want to hit this with a touch of inside, but I think a straight top will work fine here.
Running English here. You want it to widen out.
Yeah, I thought it would widen out naturally with the new cloth, but maybe if I was on old cloth, I would use a little bit of running English, but usually on new cloth, I feel like it slides too much, so I don't generally want it to go too wide. Let me think a little more what you're talking about. Actually, Danny's right. You would need more outside English in that scenario as opposed to on old cloth. Actually, you would hit it with straight follow, and it would
I
catch a
don't
little
think
bit off
it's.
the rail.
I don't think it's up for discussion whether or not I was right. Of course I'm right. If I said it, I'm right.
Danny's always right. Michael's always wrong.
If I'm shooting it, I'm probably missing. Oh,
Right, he caressed that nicely.
yeah. He's got the 3 ball here.
The 8 may be dead off the 3 as well, but he's going to play the 3 instead. No, the 8's definitely not dead. 8 goes to the long rail. Thanks for that camera angle, guys. That helps a lot. Do you drift into the 13 here, or do you...
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Softly. You don't want to tie it up on the 5.
Right. Because you got the 15, which now he doesn't have.
Right. So he's going to play the 13-5 probably,
No,
or
he
the
might
15.
have to play the 1 ball here. He's definitely not playing the 15.
I like the 13-5 here.
Not a chance. He'll play the 1.
It's new cloth, and it's pretty lined up.
He's playing the 1. He's not going to back cut a ball into another ball that's a diamond away from the pocket. He's going to play the 1.
Hey guys, just a reminder, a couple key things coming up at Amsterdam Billiards Saturday, the 20th, from 6 to 9. Tony Robles will be playing Efren Reyes. They'll play straight pull, and they'll play a rotation game, either 10 ball or 9 ball. I'll be doing commentary with Del Sim for that match. I'm excited to go have that set up. That should be a lot of fun at Amsterdam. And then after the Pats event in Richmond, Virginia, Jim Gautier at his room in called Greenleafs, he'll have an exhibition with Johnny Schmidt, Mr. 400 Squared, and Mika Immonen, and that'll be a race to 200, and it's called the Battle Royale. I believe this is the 4th time it's happening or 5th time it's happening. An amazing event put on over there. It's a charity event, so look into that, guys, but should be a lot of fun there, and I'll be doing the commentary for that as well.
And he did play your combination, and I think he should go to a psych ward for that. But he hit it so good.
Yeah, with the new cloth, that shot's a lot easier. I would be much more inclined to shoot the 1 ball up table from that position if I was on old cloth. But on new cloth, I feel like that was just the right play
Now,
for
why
me.
wouldn't you shoot the 1 ball using the same logic up the table?
Because the 1 ball is not close to the rail. Like the 7 ball is a bigger ball to the pocket than the 1 ball is as I'm looking at the table. Because the 7 I can fiddle with the rail and it'll still go in, but the 1 ball you have to crisp and pure into the pocket. The combination, he had a little bit of wiggle room because of the new cloths, and he was close to the pocket and close to the ball, as you could see the aim point really easily. I just felt like it was an easier shot for me generally. Danny prefers the 1 ball, so Clenty preferred the combo as well.
Well, what does Clinty know?
Yeah, what does Clenty know?
Tell you what Clinty knows. Clinty's running out.
Clenty knows how to play.
Clinty knows.
How to run out balls. He would like to get rid of this 9 ball, but I don't think he can weave between the 8 and the 12 easily, so he's questioning it. Actually, it's pretty natural to get between those balls. He's got a big window there. He's going to play the 9 and go between those balls. Yeah, he had the 6-12 to go between, or the 12 and 8 to go between. He chose to go the other way. Looks like the 1 ball's his best break shot. Maybe the 12 ball.
No, 12 is good. Maybe you get to the 7, roll down, play the 15, and bump the 6 out.
Danny keeps seeing the red as brown, so when he says 15, he means 11.
Right. That's what I meant.
And when he says 7, he means 3.
No, I actually meant 7. It is the 7.
You said the 15 to bump the 6 out.
Yeah. Okay, but I said...
It's the 11. Yeah. So Danny's saying to play position on the 7, so you have a pretty thick angle on the 11 to tickle the 6 into a better position. Right now, the 1 and the 12 is acceptable. 12 is better. But if he could push the 6 out, the 6 would be ideal because it would be more in the top of the stack. Which,
I like the idea of keeping the 1 if you're going to do that.
Yeah, the 1 for insurance. Yeah, he's just plucking the balls off, and I think he's committing to the 12 ball. Yeah, guys, winter is coming here. It's getting a little bit chilly outside. And looks like the 7-6 would be my key balls, but the 10's good too, so maybe 7. 7-6,
what do you-
14-10.
What do you work for? Weather on the ones now? What
Someone
was that
mentioned
in-
Game of Thrones. So I
Are
had
you
to throw it
selling
in there.
gloves on the side? What's
Yeah. Molinari, guys. Molinari.
winter
Molinari
mittens?
gloves. Looks like Clenty's sponsored by Predator, High Rock, and Molinari. Probably should mention that. Alex is sponsored by was it 3 seconds 3-second cases, and we got his cue maker Carmelli cues. It's like 10-14 stop shot in the 14 leads the right angle on the 12. He wants to be a little thicker on the 12 because he's hitting the bottom of the stack. He doesn't want to miss the stack. So I think he's going to maintain this angle and not go further to the rail.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, nice little pattern there. Smart pattern.
All right, so he had a few tough shots this rack, and he survived them.
Hey guys, these pockets are generous. It's new cloth, and they're standard pockets. It's really how I think straight pull should be played. You can manipulate the angles off the pockets more. If they're natural size pockets, you can create more opportunities, and you have more high runs, which I think is more pleasant for the spectators to watch as well. What do you feel about that, Danny? You think these should be shimmed a little bit, or do you like it?
No, the tables were perfect. No, I think this is the
It's great table conditions, guys.
really nice. People got to see a lot of high runs.
Yeah.
Thorsten ran.
He ran a 144.
Yeah, he ran a 125 at least one.
Tommy ran a 125. Efren ran a 125. A huge list of good players running 125 and out.
Uh-oh.
There's that kick you were talking about where you get the double kick and
Yeah.
it comes underneath.
Yep.
So that definitely does come into play, guys. That was a
Is that one ball dead off the 9?
yeah, guys. It's about 49 degrees here in Flushing today. 9 degrees Celsius if you're Celsius fans in Flushing. It was 82 last week. That's why we're mentioning the weather a little bit, because it is a little bit different than what it was last week. What's Clenty looking at here? What does he have? Just a 4-ball?
He's
Okay.
got nothing after the 4.
So he's not corner hooked on the 4.
Oh, he's got the 14. Okay.
So you can play the 4, then the 14, and then what?
I don't know. Depends on how you wind up on the 14. That could be his break shot if he rolls up forward enough. Oh, this is a tough situation because they both have game on the table. So whatever he shoots, if he misses, he loses.
Right.
He makes it, he wins.
If he plays the 8, he doesn't have shape.
He can't control the cue ball. It's coming off the...
Yeah, he might even scratch off the 3. It's
the-
very
or,
awkward.
Or as I call it, the 7 masquerading itself as the 3.
Right. This is very awkward.
Yep.
He might be able to push through it, but it
Yeah,
is
you
very
gotta hit
dangerous.
this. You got to lay into it.
Which means he might draw the ball too. This is
Yeah.
super tricky. The 4-ball up table is no. I don't care how big the pockets are.
Yeah.
4-ball looks scary as all could be, especially where they
big-
are in the rack.
How big the pockets are. If you took the rails off the table, I couldn't make that ball.
This is just not a good situation. Clenty's in here, and that's because that double kiss on that bottom ball.
Yeah.
What's he looking at? The 2-6 combination? That's
I'm
insane.
not quite sure. Yeah, he's shooting. Maybe he's looking at the 14. No, that's it.
Yeah, the 2-6 is
Yeah, he's not going to shoot that.
ludicrous, as our friend Steve would say.
It's not only ludicrous, it's ridiculous. Wow.
He's got to take his time here. He doesn't want to shoot until he decides what he's going to do.
Oh, he just called the 16 ball.
Yeah. He's not playing the 6, is he?
Nope.
No, he's playing the 4. Guys, again, you're watching live here at Cameron Cafe, the American 14-1 tournament put on by Peter Burrows. A special thanks to all the sponsors, Molinari, Predator, JP Char Custom Cues, Simonis, Cameron Cafe, Cusco, Aramith, and everyone I forgot, High Rock. Sorry if I forgot anybody.
You know, we mentioned in Amsterdam, but they've got quite a few ping pong tables here too. There's a
They
lot
do
of
have ping
things
pong.
happening
They
here.
do have table tennis here, Danny.
And world-class three-cushion billiards.
Amazing three-cushion here. This is the place to be if you play three-cushion for sure. Like nowhere else in New York would you go than Cameron Cafe.
Well, having said that, I would say North America,
Yeah, okay. The world.
the Western Hemisphere.
The universe. Guys, I know Clancy's taking a little time here. This decides whether he wins or loses. He has to take time here, and
Yeah,
he has to
this-
commit to the shot. This is very legitimate for him to take a little extra time. I might take a half hour myself just to enjoy the possibility of winning or losing from here. He's got the 2-6 combination, the 8-ball, which is a scratch, or the 4-ball, which is a tough shot. He's opted for the 4. Perfect stroke,
Yeah.
and he hit the point, and it went in.
Wow.
Great shot. Well worth the suspense. He's going to probably have to play the 2-6 after the 14, or if he can get over to the right side of the table and address the 3, he can go into the stack and call this match done. But I don't know what angle he has on this 14 ball. He's looking at the 6-2 combination now. I'm sure he's just ecstatic that that last shot's over. Nothing phases Plenty. You can see his demeanor hasn't changed the whole time. He had a very tough shot. He didn't change his demeanor at all. He didn't look scared. Like Danny said, he might have a break shot on the 14. He did. He's got the 8-ball now, of the 9 after, and all the balls he needs are on the table. A little unfortunate for Alex. He's going to regret not making that combination, but he shot great. And this is probably over, guys.
Yeah, he needs 9 from here.
Yeah, what I was saying before, guys, is if he could follow on the 14 and get down for the 3, he had 8 as insurance, and he would open the stack from underneath. He had the perfect angle to go at him straight ahead, so he chose that much wiser choice with what he had.
Ooh.
And he played the carom off the 15 to make sure the pocket was huge. Smart shot. It's pretty much game over, guys. Big shout out to Snooki. I heard you weren't doing well. I hope you're doing better. Hopefully we get to see you soon, Snooki. So we have the 1 ball here. What's he playing for, Danny? I forget.
9. I think 8 now.
Okay.
Seven. He's playing for 7 now.
Yeah, all the balls are open. He's just going to take the balls on the outer edges first, so probably 15, 9, 3 or 5. You know,
Yeah, he can do whatever
he can do
wants.
whatever he wants. He just
Yeah.
needs to make sure he doesn't hook himself, essentially, and doesn't get straight on the ball.
This is a good choice right here.
Yeah, I like this because he clears the pocket for the 13, and he maintains angle on the shots. He just wants to maintain an angle so he can move the cue ball.
I think he should bank the 13 now.
Snooki, I'm not on Facebook much, but everyone, a couple of my friends just mentioned it, and they know how much we all like you. So I just want to make sure you're doing better. We do have another match, guys, at 8:30 after this is done. So stay tuned after that. I believe Danny and I will probably be out, but they'll have some other great
Oh, they're
commentators here for
throwing
you.
me out. They already told me I have to leave.
Clinty's taking a little extra time here. He's got so many options. Looks like 7-15, 11-9 if he wants, whatever.
Yeah.
He's got so many
Should
shots.
play the 7 for you. You should play the 7. The 7. It's after that. Stick. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You're done.
7, 13, 11, 9. Should be his last 4, right?
Yeah, sure.
Guys, just thanks again to Ira's crew, Roy, Lowell. Thanks to Danny for sitting in with us.
Yeah, it was great. A lot of fun.
Thanks to Peter Burrows.
Thank you, Peter.
Thanks to Jacoby, Kamui, Predator. Clenty and Alex put on a great performance.
Yeah, 4-inning game. Not too shabby.
That's the show, guys.
Yep. Alex, as usual, a good sport. Very nice.
All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. Thanks to Karam Cafe and everything they do. Thanks to Amsterdam Billiards for me. And signing out, Michael Yednak and Danny Baruti.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. It's been a pleasure.
All right, guys. Take care.